Cement's in. They poured the cement, and I think the next day they poured it in about 4 hours, and then the next day they came and cut the lines. I don't know, you can see how dirty it is, and cut all the expansion joints. I guess that's so when if it cracks, it doesn't crack the whole thing across. It'll only crack in certain spots. So there's a little bit of cleanup, a lot of dust in here yet, but the cement's in. It's pretty nice. And then they'll do the approach, as I said last video, they'll do that. So electrical is in next. I think they want to let it cure good and solid before they start going. I went around, and you can see here where I put little sticky notes where I wanted to do a light switch for. There's going to be, I believe, 6 lights, 4 or 6 lights up here. So I'm going to do a bank on one side and a bank on the other side. So I'll have 2 switches here and then a plug. And then I went around and put plugs. I think I'll have my benches along on this side. I have 3 8-foot benches. They'll fit between the posts here. So I wanted a couple of plugs on each side, all the way down for the 3 benches. So, and then plugs around the outside. I just put sticky notes. And I don't know if the plugs, they need plugs up there for the lights, or if they'll hardwire them. I'm assuming there'll be plugs, but I don't know. And I also have a 30 amp plug back there for the welder. And then if we want to run the trailer, I can run a plug in from the trailer, 5th wheel, and plug it in there, and then you can have 30 amps in the trailer. And then up here, I think I'm going to have a double plug here, so I'll put air compressor here, and I think that's what I'm going to do there. So we've got the patio started. They've worked on it. I didn't do a lot of video on that, only because it's pretty boring stuff. They just dug it out and brought in a bunch of fill, 21 AA limestone, packed it all down, put sand on top, screeded it, made it as level, and start laying blocks. So got a little bit more to do. I'll show you the finished product when we get done, but it'll be nice. Hi everybody, Larry here, and welcome back to Life After the Farm. So it's been quite a while since we made a video. Life got in the way and lots of stuff going on, so it's kind of windy today, and hopefully you don't get to hear too much of the wind noise, but we've got updates. So the barn's been pretty much completed, and I apologize for not getting any more video, but like I said, the life gets in the way sometimes, and you just can't, get things done in the time frame that you want. So what we did is, you can see it in the background there a little bit, doors are on, and so we'll do a little bit of up close and show you what we finished. I apologize again for not getting everything done in the time frame, and you guys have been probably hanging out waiting to see, well, come on, let's see what happens. So there's the finished barn. So you can see, in fact, today is Christmas Day, so you see the star up on the barn that we put up at night. We turned that on, and the 5th wheel's parked in, so it's in the gravel driveway. So the gravel driveway is there alongside the barn, and it's got a big parking area here, and it goes out to the driveway for the circle drive, and back, big parking area here, and then it goes back to the old barn where I've got the tractors and whatnot stored. So that's the gravel. Here's some more video of the gravel driveway. They widened it. It was pretty narrow. The grass grew back in over the years, and the driveway was pretty narrow, so they widened it back up and put the geotextile down so the gravel doesn't go back into the earth. It goes down into that road mat, I think they call it, down there. And then we did the circle back around over here, so it's easy to get in and out of the driveway, and then back over to the parking area by the barn. So come on, go inside and check out the door inside. So I apologize for everything that's in here. So we just shoved everything in the barn. So let me close the door over here so you can get a better idea. A little bit out of the wind. It's cold. In fact, it's 38 degrees according to the door lift things. control panel. So this is inside the barn. I got some of my benches in. Again, I apologize for the mess. That's the thing that I need to do next, is kind of get organized. We just pulled everything out of the garage so Diane could park her car in the garage and just put it all back in here as best that we can, and it's just put in here. So there's the truck, and you see the gator back there, golf cart, four-wheeler, plow. And like I said, it's Christmas Day, so a couple of snow machines. So we've got barn doors or garage doors put up. Sorry, lost the battery there, had to change. So there's the two doors, 10 by, I think they're 9 wide and 10 high. I was going to do 3 doors, and I thought, you know what, that'd be too small, and I'm glad I did, because when I put my pickup in here, it just barely, got the mirrors open, it's just barely fits in. So I'm glad I did just the 2 doors instead of the 3 doors. So you can see they got the, instead of the standard garage door openers, they put the shaft ones on. They're pretty cool, quiet, but they're more expensive. Thank God it was a mistake on the builder's part, because they didn't measure. I guess when they came to put the doors in, they went to hang the normal ones, and they said there wasn't enough room, so they had to put those on. Not my mistake there, so they ended up paying more for that. And then the doors, when they originally put the doors in, it didn't have the window panels in, so they had to come back and put the window panels in. It's hilarious because they left me the window panels over here, the regular panels without the windows there. So I guess I got some spares. Not sure what to do with them, but I got them. So there's Gladys. I'll have to tell you a funny story about Gladys. That's Diane's garden scarecrow, garden lady. Call her Gladys. But anyway, so we've got the circuit panel over here. You can see here they've got it's 100 amp, so got plenty of room to update as I need, which is great. Oop. And then, like I said, got both door openers here and electrical boxes. The electric, there's 2 for the top 2 are for outside lights. There's a light out here by the door, side door, and then there's 3 in the front. You probably could see in the video. But I have those, and then I've got the interior lights here. And then I've put plugs. If you remember the last video, I went along and put sticky notes all around where I wanted plugs to go. And they put plug there, double plug there, and then a couple of plugs here and down, all the way around. I got plugs all the way around the building. There's a 30 amp plug back there for my welder, so I'll make a welding station back there. And like I said, we still got more to do in here. I've got to insulate, and I've got to put a ceiling in and blow in insulation and a few other things. But you can see, I apologize again. It took a while to get everything done, and like I said, life got in the way, and then we got busy doing other things, and we got so. That's it. It's done. It's complete as far as the building and outside and the contractor goes. The rest is up to me now. So I'm thinking about doing the 1 inch or 1.5 inch foam board in between the girts here, and then just doing a paneling, not a paneling, but a OSB or plywood or something over top of it. I thought about doing metal over it. But I'm not going to, because I think the wood would be better to hang stuff on and screw stuff into, and you got a little bit more to it other than the metal. But that's that. So I'm going to put some OSB on the ceiling, like I said, up to the rafters where they come in, and then that'll be just flat up there on the rafters. And then I'll blow in insulation. I'll leave a cutout where I can go up there, and maybe I'll do 2 cutouts, one down here and one down there, so I can just go up on a ladder, get the machine, blow it up in and blow it in. And if I do that, I'll do a video of that not sure what I'm doing. I thought about doing spray foam, but it's so expensive. I don't know if you ever priced that stuff, but it is very expensive to get spray foam done, and I'm not going to do that. So it would cost me the same price as just about as the barn to do spray foam, and that's not right. So that's what we've got so far. So more to come when it comes to inside. So I appreciate you following the journey along, but that's where we're at right now. So one more thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about the patio. I said in the last video, or in this video, beginning of the video, that we did a little patio work too this summer. So I'll go ahead and take some video of that. So appreciate you watching. Take a look at the video and we'll go from there. So here's the patio we put in. Didn't have anything back here. All we had was grass back here, and just the side porch. It really didn't have much room when you put a barbecue and a few other things, so it was kind of thin over here, so we didn't know. And it's like, all right, you know what, let's put a patio in. So that's what we did. We put this patio in, paver blocks. It's pretty nice. It's we haven't sealed it yet. Got to let it go a year, I guess, to let all the stuff come out of it, but it's done. Got a little bit of the grass growing before winter came, so we got a little bit more to do on that. But the patio's nice. Like I said, I think it's 20 by 26, and we got that done. So we also did the electrical panel that we had. It was with the Generac. It was kind of pieced together of what they had. So we had a 200 amp service put in the house, so they redid all that and put a new box in the house downstairs in the basement, new circuit breaker box. It's 200 amp service, like I said, to supply the barn at 100 amp and over here. So we thought, you know what, it makes sense to do 200 amp, and that's what we did. So with the Generac, and thank God we have a Generac, because that thing has saved us like 4 times since we moved in April. And like I said, here it's Christmas Day. We moved in April. I think we've lost power 4 times in that time. So thank God for that. So that's nice to have that. So if you know, if I could recommend anything on a house that saves on your worries, it's having a generator, an automatic generator. So it doesn't have to be Generac, but this one just happened to have it when we bought the house. So thanks again for watching. We appreciate you watching this. Those that watch the videos on the barn, I appreciate it. We will do some more, like I said, when we do the insulation or we do other things. But I appreciate you sticking around. So if you like this video, or throw me some comments of what you liked, what you didn't like, and we'll definitely look forward to those responses. And feel free to go ahead and tell me what you liked and what you didn't. That helps me going down the road. But anyway, appreciate you watching. Thanks again. Like and subscribe and hit that bell, and you get notified when we do another one. So thanks a lot.